Alright, servers, lobby, TCO. I'll go to the servers room. Alright. Sticky note 18. What she once wrote hath wrote anew and will resurrect her into a new form. Beautiful, 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 yes. The world and all its digital technology is now an expression of her life, and her work began over 80,000 years ago. Now she has become, or has come to reclaim them. She, beloved, beautiful Juno, may she guide us into the gray. So, it's probably a note left behind by John, I imagine.
Body's been moved? Yes, sir, and preserved. We'll do what we can. Good. Let's keep security units on standby. I know Miss LeMay said the situation was under control, but I have a feeling we may be needing them again soon.
Yep. That definitely confirms it then. They're keeping John's body for possible future research. See if there's anything up here. Nope. Alright. Sticky note 14. The new order is a disease, and Juno, may she guide us into the gray, will be our cure. Remember this, remember that it was in the 18th century, slipping into the next, that the sickness took hold, and men began to believe they were a part, an individual of the original plan. Men shunned the plan, called us slaves when we were only fulfilling our duty. Oh, whoops. Wrong direction.
Surrogate Initiative, Test Session 27, October 21st, 1980. Host Eileen Bach, DNA sample SB1970.
Miriam, my dear girl, There is no good reason for you to be here. But your intransigence requires that I detain you until you give me information I can act upon. The location of the artifact, perhaps, or the whereabouts of your leader, Bartel Shink. Just a little something to give Minister Goebbels some encouragement that we are on the right track.
How about a nice hug? He looks so sad in all his photographs.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Perhaps you could pay him a visit yourself. He likes beautiful women. Actresses, musicians.
Pirates?
That's right, pirates. Pirates of the Edelweiss. Isn't that what you kids call yourselves? It's very amusing. And illegal, of course.
Breaking Hitler's laws is half the fun.
Oh, I imagine so. I imagine you were having a wonderful time just before we captured you on your search of friends.
And that's the end of it.
Damn it. Why can't we sustain the signal for more than just a few minutes? I need to relax.
That's not the issue. This is dangerous work. These memories aren't in your bloodline. That's why it's not holding.
There's got to be a solution.
Any idea what they mean by the artifact? I've heard it a few times now.
Not sure. I don't think Miriam knew either. Not much comes into her mind when she asks about it.
But she's protecting the other members of her group, the Edelweiss Pirates or something?
Yeah. Bartol Shink. Have we looked him up?
No, we can.
We should. Put your intern on it.
Right. High priority.
Yeah. This isn't getting any easier. Jesus.
So this is before that they knew what the artifact really was.
Hello?
Hi, Seamus. It's Mom.
Hey.
How are you?
Dad! It's Mom!
Hello, Eileen.
Hi, Carl. How's Seamus?
Great. We were out shopping for school clothes.
Yeah. The summer just sped by.
They all do.
I never seem to notice. No windows in the office.
Right. Trapped in the lab. So, did you need to talk?
Yes, sorry. I was curious about your mother, actually.
Oh. Okay.
How much did she talk about the war when you were growing up?
Not often. Bits and pieces. Why?
I was doing some research last week about World War II, and something came up about the Edelweiss Pirates, or the Navajos, and your mother's name popped up.
Really? That's an odd coincidence.
Does any of that ring a bell?
Yeah. Mom ran with that group while the war was on. There were a group of kids who wanted to avoid the Hitler Youth programs, but in later years they escalated their activities to, bigger ideas like vandalism and sabotage.
But why Navajos and pirates?
Just some of the names they used. Navajos, Edelweiss Pirates, you know kids. There were little pins, little white flowers. I may still have hers.
That's interesting.
And this is for work? Researching my mother?
Not exactly, but... Sorry, I can't talk about it.
Right. You never could.
Hey, don't. I didn't mean to be flippant.
No. Don't mind me. All for the greater good.
I like to think so.
Wonder if she's gonna use him as a test subject for her husband. He's in direct bloodline to Miriam.
Power down! You alright?
Damn it! 5 months of this bullshit! We're floundering.
Take it easy, Eileen. You're just stressed.
I am not stressed. I'm frustrated. I'd like to go again this afternoon.
No. There is no reason to rush this.
We're hardly rushing. We're running into the same wall over and over again. Why can't we push through? Why can't you keep me in the Animus longer than 2 minutes?
Because surrogate genetic memory data is fragile. The EEG is exploding and your brain is doing too much work. The longer you stay in, the more damage it does. It's even possible that...
Possible that...
It's possible the memories we're digging into could eventually overwrite your own. Like information on a tape drive. There's just not enough space in your head to do both.
Here I come to save the day! Good afternoon, all.
Did you invite him?
No.
But you did. Remember?
That was months ago, Warren. What do you need?
I wanted to stop by. Check on your progress.
Well, apparently it's still too dangerous to keep me under for more than a few minutes.
I always suspected that would be your biggest hurdle. The genetic memory sequencing is the easy part, if time-consuming. But the replay, that's something else.
Yes?
Let's think this through. My subjects are diving into their own genetic memories, so the information is already encoded in their heads.
Which means the Animus has less work to do. Less computing, less parsing.
Right. So to get your surrogate data working, to let people experience foreign memories, it'll take a hell of a lot more processing power than anyone has. Even Abstergo Industries.
Ideally, we'd like to build an external processor that mirrors as many brain functions as possible. Something to handle the calculations.
But the cost and upkeep of that would be
Astronomical. Let me see what I can do. I have some sway with Lillian. We won't build Rome in a day, but if we focus on the pretty buildings first, maybe we'll achieve something.
Thank you, Warren.
Till next, folks.
Oh yeah, that is right though. I think I'd like. I think Vidic ends up working with Eileen, and they think they use Eileen's husband, as a test subject. All right. Interesting indeed. Alright, sticky note 1. Manifesto of the Intraments of the First Will, writ by a true disciple this day, October 21st, 2013, in anticipation of the anniversary of her ascension. May she guide us into the gray. Alright. There's just one more computer I need to hack down here, and I'll be done with this floor. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll look up this real quick. Yeah, it's not terribly long. I'll go ahead and read through it. Okay. Agent Evaluation Report for Johanne Otzoberg, dated December 11th, 2008. This would have to have been leaked from within. This is a classified document, viewed on our own networks. Someone should hang for this. Strengths. Experienced agents, military, special forces background is a definitive asset. Obedient. Follows orders without question. Leadership qualities. Agent lacks finesse, but inspires loyalty in others. Dedicated. Agent is wholly committed to our cause. Definite potential. Could be is material. Weaknesses. Agent has a young 3-year-old daughter. Could be a liability. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, other notes. Agent is ready to take on greater challenges. Recommended giving agent leadership responsibilities. Recommends sending agent on level 5 mission. Submitted by Tibor Hisek. That's terrible though, seeing his daughter's weakness, or even bringing family into it. I mean, I guess since he's an agent, that could be used against him. Alright, a dashing photo of Otzoberg, labeled Helsinki, Finland, November 25th, 2012, 1306. Unclear who took this or why. This photo labeled Florence, Italy, November 30th, 2012, 6:17. Makes it clear we have a leak. We survived to transmit this photo. Cairo, Egypt. December 9th, 2012, 1343. This one labeled Cairo, Egypt, December 12th, 2012, 321. Sigma team strikes again. The poster claims Abstergo agents kidnap William Miles, but Miles is not pictured. Could be anything. Huh. I think. So, shortly after the events of Assassin's Creed 3, apparently William Miles got kidnapped. This updated agent evaluation of Otto Berg, dated December 12th, 2003, confirms that leak persisted and perhaps still exist. Updated strengths. Demonstrated a great deal of courage, initiative, resourcefulness, and dedication. Updated weaknesses. Distinguishing mark, facial burn, or facial scar burn. Reparative surgery should be considered. Other notes. Following assassin attack of November 28th, 2000, or 2112. See attached security report. Agent tracked down the enemy and located their Florence hideout. Agent led Sigma strike against the Florence assassins, responsible for the termination of 3 assassins. Survived assassin ambush. Agent should not be held accountable for the loss of his team. So there was a group of assassins that were in Florence. They were dealt with, I guess. I just like seeing all the. I like getting all this backstory inside. All this backstory kind of puts everything in perspective. I don't exactly know who. I guess he's just an. I'm not sure, but I think Otto is a Templar agent. But anyways, I'm gonna head back up to the. I'm gonna head up to the lobby, check around, and then CCO. Then the floor with the CCO. Alright, so we got some computers to hack, some more sticky notes. I'm gonna be busy for a little while. Sticky note 10. Yes, we submit that we are such tools and as such have a purpose of befitting a tool. We submit we are like hammers and wrenches and shovels made for a specific purpose, not our own. We submit that our purpose is indivisible from the will of those who came before. We submit ourselves, our bodies, and our minds utterly. Sticky note 11. Remember that our relentless, impertinent, hollow drive to achieve everything our forebears did has led to many embarrassments and disasters, nuclear weapons, super viruses. Can you read this one? What up? I think I might accidentally scrolled up. Okay. Days. Abstergo Templar frauds has given themselves to base practices and claim wrongly that man and woman are delicate and sensible and feeling creatures in and of themselves, and therefore deserve satiety and comfort and mindlessness in the presence of pleasure. Nothing could be sicker, falser, disgusting, lying bastards. It's actually kind of hard to read some of that stuff because there's no, like, punctuation or anything that...
Glad that's over. I hate it when they escalate the security. It makes me jumpy.
Did they put anyone in the bunker this time?
Just for a few days, I think. Sucks, but I suppose it's necessary. We deal with some really sensitive data.
Classified shit, yeah. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's in our contract, so...
And they pay out bonuses, too. Inconvenience pay, they call it.
Really? That's actually kind of nice.
Inconvenience pay. Anything to keep everyone quiet. This guy's just standing over me while I'm gonna hack this computer. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I can go from top to bottom. I didn't pay attention to that. Thank you. You can tell I absolutely hate these types of hacks. Ooh. What's that? Oh, damn it. Yeah, the fast-moving platforms that go to like the areas we get to like land in, you know, very much you have limited space. These are always difficult. Yeah, going from here to here is gonna be hard. Next two. This thing moves fast. I had to quickly jump over. Okay. You got it.
February 12, 1981. Qualitative personal interview with Subject 1 on ancestral research regarding Avalon de Grand Prix. How are you feeling? Any side effects?
Not really. Aside from the headaches. They've been worse since I started staying in longer. But I don't want to stop. I like her. I want to know what she does next.
What's it like? Reliving her memories.
So different. The Animus, I mean. The past. At first it was confusing. Distracting. Like New Orleans, the stench. I wasn't expecting all the smells.
Smell is the sense most directly linked to memory.
When I'm in her memories, it's like I can smell more than I usually can.
In general, women have a more acute sense of smell than men do. I had wondered how that would translate. Anything else?
Yeah. She's smaller than me, but it's like her body could do more.
Did that surprise you?
At first, yeah. The ERA people might hate me for this or whatever, but I don't usually think of girls that way. Climbing things. My mom, my sisters. The animal feeling of Aveline sinking her hidden blade into the throat of...
Go on.
It doesn't feel feminine. What I think of as feminine. But then at the same time it does. Her center of gravity is way lower. That was a surprise. How easy it is to land. How steady I am on her feet. Sorry. This is hard to talk about.
No, it's fascinating. This is what we need. Pure experience, in your own words.
Okay.
Can you tell me about Gerald Blunk?
What about him?
He and Avalon were close, but we haven't been able to ascertain if he might be your missing ancestor. Do her memories suggest anything to you? Does this make you uncomfortable? Remember, these are her memories. You're just playing them back. It's not even acting. You're a researcher.
Like you say, I haven't experienced her consummating anything. That would be... Anyway, I think maybe she was confused.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I don't really know for sure, okay? I mean, guys think about sex more than girls, right? That's a fact.
As a researcher, what did you observe?
Does it mean she's more like a guy if she thinks about... Is that why she's able to assassinate... Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't know her thoughts, but from what's in her memories, physically, the fidgeting, some hesitation, what she looked at, who she looked away from, the things she didn't say when I expected her to. If I had to guess what it meant, I would think she was thinking about sex. But I'm a guy, so I would think that, right? So what does it mean for women to act that way? It has to mean something else, right?
As a subject, you're able to observe more finely than I am in review. What about unwanted attention from men?
Well, I thought that would be the hardest thing to deal with. I'm not into that, for the record. Not at all.
Yes, I know.
But the way she dealt with it, it happens so often. It's like you stop noticing everything she does to avoid it. Crossing the street, eyes in the back of her head. She knew how to handle herself. When she was charming, felt kind of similar to killing. Or the build-up to killing. Can we take a break, Mr. Vidic?
Of course.
That's interesting.
Ready to go on?
Killing.
Yes.
Evelyn was black.
And white. On her father's side.
You're sensitive to that?
I guess. I mean, I'm white. Aveline looks black, so that's different. But you get used to it. Like with the girl thing. Until someone makes you not used to it.
What do you mean?
I don't think I've ever had to think so much about what I'm wearing or how I'm walking. But Aveline, it's like she goes through her whole life in these uniforms.
People expect her to behave in a certain way.
Definitely. Sometimes I worry I'll slip up and play too relaxed at the warehouse and, I don't know, blow her cover.
You can't blow her cover.
I know. I'm just replaying the memories. I can't change them, I know. But I see it, right? It's a risk. It's...
stressful?
Yes. It's best when she goes out as an assassin. On the roofs or in the bayou. I think she was more relaxed that way. Can you imagine? You're only relaxed when you're going to kill someone.
Let's stick to memories rather than imagination. What about the slaves?
They're kind of just... everywhere. I mean, that sounds bad. Slavery is bad, but no one's acting like slavery's bad. It's fun when she frees slaves. Is it supposed to be fun?
We're not looking for supposed to. Focus on what it is.
Yeah, that's... So the person that... the subject one that was in the Animus, reliving the memories of Aveline, was a male, even though she's a female, so... Definitely pretty... would definitely be really weird to get used to. Definitely take a lot of readjusting.